every single time I make a vision board, it comes true. I have manifested being a series lead on a Netflix TV show. I manifested walking red carpets with A-list celebrities. I manifested growing my social media channels to over 1 million followers in less than 6 months. I manifested being in a relationship with someone who is like my best friend. And I manifested more money than I ever dreamed of making, having enough money to be able to spoil myself with luxury things. Like, for instance, I just bought myself this Rolex like 2 days ago as a congratulations for hitting over 1 million followers. Needless to say, I believe in vision boards, and when I make them, they always work. But if that wasn't enough proof for you, here's the science behind it. Essentially what a vision board is, it's a collage of a bunch of pictures and words that represent your dream life. It allows you to envision your future. And visualization has been scientifically proven to actually change the results of the future. For example, studies have shown that pro athletes who visualize practicing, visualize winning, actually perform better. And this is because our subconscious mind doesn't actually know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It takes everything in as fact. So, when you are consistently visualizing a specific version of your future, your neural pathways will start to form new connections to change your beliefs and your behavior to make that thing happen. Isn't that so insane? So when you make your vision board and you believe in it and you get excited by it and you look at it on a repeated basis, it actually makes it more likely to happen for you. Now, most people make physical vision boards, which is totally cool, totally fine. However, I don't believe that that works because in our modern digital day and age, the odds of us looking at a vision board in our bedroom is probably just gonna happen twice a day, when we wake up in the morning and before we go to bed. However, we look at our phones around 140 times a day. So why not just put your vision board on your phone? So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a screensaver vision board. Hi, my name is Soma Chaya. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create your own screensaver vision board. I'm going to also give you tips and tricks on how to make sure that you are successful with it and which mistakes to avoid. It's going to be everything that you need to know all packed into one video to make sure that you manifest everything that your heart desires. Oh, also, make sure you stay until the end of this video because I actually created a little present for you guys, like a little surprise at the end of the video, so make sure you stay until the end for that. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so step number 1 is to get super clear on your goals. There should be no question about what it is that you want to manifest and what your dream life looks like. I feel like most people make vision boards just grabbing things off of Pinterest that they like. But your vision board cannot be things that you like. It has to be things that evoke a strong emotional reaction in you and are things that you truly, in your heart of hearts, really desire. Otherwise, it won't work. So if you don't feel clear on your life's purpose or on your dreams, maybe you've never even thought about it before, take some time before you start making your vision board to really just clarify what it is you want to do with your life, who you are, what matters to you, what's important to you, and if you were on your deathbed, looking back at your life, what is it that you would hope would be your memories? What is it that you hope you would have achieved? If you're struggling with this part, that's totally fine. There is a tool called ChatGPT to help you, literally artificial intelligence, help me narrow down my life goals because sometimes we get stuck in our own heads too. Like, I always knew what it is that I wanted to do with my life. However, I was actually having trouble admitting it to myself because it felt too difficult or too big of a dream. And so I gaslit myself into thinking I didn't want to do that with my life because it was too difficult and too hard or too impossible. And so AI, ChatGPT really helped me just come to terms with who I am, what my actual heart wants. I think it would really help you too. So I created some prompts to help you get started with ChatGPT to open up this conversation. The prompt is down in the description box below, and basically it allows ChatGPT to ask you a series of questions to get to know you, to understand what you value in life, and to help you uncover what your true dreams and your true life's purpose is. And it's so much fun. Oh my God, when I had this conversation with ChatGPT, it lasted 2 hours. It lasted 2 hours, and I was just sobbing on the sofa. Like, my boyfriend came home and he was like, or why are you crying? What's wrong? I was like, honestly, nothing's wrong. That's why I'm crying. Because I just had this huge revelation of what I was meant to do with my life, what my life's purpose was, why I was put on this planet, and just coming to terms with it and digging deep into my heart, just had the tears flooding everywhere. It was such a healing experience to admit what I want out of this life. The next thing too is like, as you're thinking about your life goals and your life dream, make sure you're not adopting other people's dreams. It's so easy to borrow other people's dreams, what you see on social media, what your friends and family are doing, what you see around you. It's easy to adopt other people's ideas of success. Make sure you're defining your own version of success. Make sure that just because you see someone on social media doing something, just because it seems cool, just because it's impressive, doesn't mean it's what's meant for you. You have to make sure that you are living and you are pursuing your own dream. So, an example of this, I always thought that I wanted to be an actress. And at some points in time, it truly was my dream, but as I got older, it stopped being my dream. And it actually became the dream of those around me because that's who they knew me as. They knew Soma is an actress, and so why wouldn't she keep acting? She's really good at it, she's really successful at it. And so I adopted other people's version of my dream, even though that's not what I wanted to be anymore. So I had a complete career switch last year, and I decided to do social media, which is so much more aligned with my dream. My dream is to empower other people, to inspire people, and to create. And I just wasn't finding that through acting anymore. And so it's okay for your dream to change, and it's also okay for you to choose something that other people may not view you as. No one knows you better than you know you. So this isn't for anyone else to decide but you. Don't adopt other people's dreams. Don't adopt other people's version of your dream. This is your dream and your dream only. Only your dream. You're the only person who this is for, and you're the only person who should influence your vision board. That's it. Okay, so the next thing is that you gotta dream big, okay? You have to dream big with this. A vision board is not a to-do list. It is not what you think you can achieve. A vision board is for your dreams, and dreams are meant to be big. Most people dream too small when they're creating their vision boards and when they're manifesting their life. It is human nature to think small, to think safe, because one, it's all that we know. Sometimes it's hard to think beyond it. And two, we're afraid of failure. We're afraid of putting this big dream out there into the universe and then failing. However, this vision board is not a place to play it safe. This is where you must expand your idea of what success could look like for you. You must expand your dreams, okay? So, to help you with this, whatever it is that you think you're dreaming of, I want you to times it by 10. I want you to just 10x it. If it's a certain amount of money you want to make, add another 0 at the end of it. Whatever it is that you want, just find a way to 10x it and make it bigger, okay? Make it grander. An example of this is that last year when I was making my ScreenSaver vision board, I at first put that I wanted 100,000 followers on social media. Because remember, I started brand new accounts. I had no followers. I actually hadn't even started an account. I didn't start my account until May. So this is in January, or I think that was like December of 2023. So I had no followers. I didn't even have the goddamn account made. There was no account. And so I was like, 100K? That's crazy. Like, if I can get to 100K by next year, I'm golden, I'm solid, I'll be happy, I'll be proud of myself. But knowing that human nature is to play it safe, I forced myself to put an extra 0 at the end of that and make it 1 million followers. Thank God I did it, because I ended up achieving 1 million followers. Like, imagine if back then I didn't encourage myself to dream big. So do yourself a favor, think bigger, add another 0 to the end of it, 10x your dream. The next tip that I have for you is that you want to make sure that you're covering all aspects of your life, not just one category of life. So make sure that you write out everything that you want in all the different categories of life. We have career, social life, family life, love life, money, and health. Those are the 6 categories that I think would be good for you to cover. And just come up with some bullet points under each one. You can either write it down, type it out, whatever. And just come up with some bullet points in each category of what your dream life would look like in that category. Okay, so now some common mistakes that people make that you are not gonna make because you're here in this video. So mistake number one, I mentioned this earlier, but focus on what you want, why you want it. Do not focus on how it's going to happen. This is not a to-do list. This is a vision board, a dream board. Okay, this is for your dreams, not for the path to get to your dreams, because it might happen in a way that you cannot predict. Think about this. The world is changing so fast. Even just think about AI and technology, for example. A year from now, there are going to be things that exist that don't exist today. Our reality is going to change a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. Why are you limiting your dreams based off of what you know today? Your knowledge is going to expand in the future. Your skill set is going to expand in the future. The world is going to change in the future. You have no idea how it's going to happen for you. And even if you tried to calculate it, odds are it's going to be completely opposite. So allow yourself to just focus on what it is that you want and forget about how it's going to happen for you, okay? Do not focus on how, only focus on what you want and why you want it. Okay, the second thing is don't focus on making your vision board so aesthetic. Like, this is not meant to be a lookbook. So even though you might be getting some of your pictures from Pinterest, like, don't be focusing on the aesthetic of it. It's not supposed to match. It's supposed to look messy. This is not a lookbook. This is a vision board. This is for your dream life. You're not manifesting an aesthetic. You're manifesting your fucking life. So forget about making it pretty. Make it meaningful. Okay, number three, I see people make this mistake a lot, and I actually feel like nobody talks about it, but personalize your vision board. And what I mean by this is, like, if, let's say, you want to manifest a certain amount of money, you should take a screenshot of your bank account. You should erase the amount that's in there in Photoshop and edit it to show the amount that you want. Personalize it. Don't just put money on your vision board. Don't just put like a thick stack of cash on your vision board. Like, that looks cute and all, but that's not personal in any way. It is so much more powerful to personalize it, make it a screenshot of your own bank account, the bank that you use, and to just edit it so it says the things that you want it to say. So it literally could look like a future memory of yours. It's so much more personal, it's so much more realistic, and the more realistic it is, the more you're gonna trick your brain, and the more those neural pathways are gonna start connecting. So if you can, Photoshop things, edit it, make it super personal. Something that I did when I was manifesting my social media accounts is I took a screenshot of my own social media account. I erased the amount of followers I had on there, and I put 1 million. And that makes it so much more personal. It's literally my account that shows 1 million followers, not someone else's, right? And so making it so personal makes it feel so much more real, and it's so much more special. Another way to personalize things would be to like really think about specific amounts and numbers. If you're really thinking about money, what specific amount of money do you want? If you're thinking about followers, how many followers do you want? If you're trying to travel, where do you want to travel? Which countries, which cities? An example of this would be, instead of just writing happiness, figure out what happiness means to you. Instead of just looking for a picture of happiness, what does happiness mean to you? For me, happiness is hanging out with my friends. Like, a good hangout session with my friends, I'm never happier. Either that or playing music and making music. Like, those are two times where I'm just like, I've forgotten time exists. I've forgotten who and where and what I am. I'm just so present and I'm just so happy. So if I want more happiness in my life, one, I have to figure out what makes me happy. And then two, I'm gonna find pictures of that instead. So on my vision board, I always have a picture of girlfriends laughing with a glass of wine. Like, it's always, that's my happy place. That is my happy place. Another one that I always use is like being curled up with a book with a storm outside happening. Like, that's my happy place. Relaxing, being with my friends, making music, making art. Those are things that make me happy. So those are things that are on my vision board, not just the word happy and not just a picture of someone smiling. We're getting specific on what things mean to you. Okay, the last mistake is that you do not want to put a time limit on this. I touched on this earlier in the video. However, this is not for just a year. It's not a vision board for just 2025 or whatever year you're watching this video in. This is not a vision board for a year, because putting a time limit on your vision board is limiting your success. When you have a time limit on your dreams to become a reality, it's stressful. It will stress you out because you'll be calculating, I have 5 more months to make this happen. I have 2 more weeks to make this happen. Oh my God, it's not happening for me. No, things will manifest in your life when and how they're meant to come to you, in the healthiest way possible, in the best way possible for you. When you put a time limit on it, you are not only stressing yourself out, you are operating from a fear standpoint, a fear of what if it doesn't happen on time, rather than allowing things to happen naturally. Also, what if it happens before the end of the year? What if it happens before your timeline is up? You have to allow the universe and yourself to surprise you. You have to leave room for that surprise. You have to leave some room for some magic, for divine intervention to come in and make it how it's meant to be for you. When you put a timeline on things, it's only a negative result. It will only stress you out, or it just takes the magic away. It all of a sudden becomes a chore. It all of a sudden becomes this thing, this looming thing that you need to do, otherwise you're unsuccessful. And that's not true. That is not, 1, that's not true, and 2, that is not how a vision board is supposed to make you feel. A vision board is supposed to make you feel excited, happy, and dreamy. It's not supposed to stress you out. So, no time limits on your vision board. You make a new vision board when this one comes true. That's it. You don't make them every year. You make them when it comes true. And the reason why I love the digital one is that if, let's say, one aspect manifests in your life, you just open it up, you edit it, and you replace that photo with something new. That's it. So you can literally edit it on a case-by-case basis. You don't have to worry about the whole thing manifesting before you want to edit it. So you can literally edit it in sections. Okay, now I'm gonna show you exactly how to make this vision board. So let's go to my computer. Okay, so I'm going to open up Canva. Canva is what I use to make my screensaver vision board, and I've already got the template already set up and ready to go. So as you can see, this is what the vision board looks like. There is space for 9 pictures at the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures at the top. And then in the middle, I left some space for a quote or your mission statement. So I had ChatGPT help me figure out what my mission statement is, and that's what I want to put here. If you have a quote that speaks to you, that either inspires you or motivates you, put that here. Empower, express. My mission is to empower others by expressing myself, which is literally what I do on social media. And so it's just making sure that no matter what my goals are, I stay true to who I am and my purpose in life, that I don't ever lose my focus. As well as when I think about being motivated and when I wake up in the morning, what gets me out of bed with a pep in my step is remembering that there's people out there that I need to empower. There's people out there who need my help, and I would be doing a disservice by not showing up. And so I always think about that. I'm like, whether it's the people who follow me today or people who follow me 10 years from now, they're waiting for me. They're waiting for me to show up, and I have a responsibility to do that. And so I love remembering the reason why I'm doing everything is for you guys. you guys make me happy. Okay, so then I like to open up Pinterest and I like to find pictures based off of each category. So one thing that I still really want to achieve is my 1 million follower plaque. This is such a pretty picture. See how this picture says BMW right here? What I would do is I would erase that and I will put my name on that, or my channel name on that instead. So what you do is you click on the photo once it's uploaded. Oh yeah, so you upload your files that you saved from Pinterest, or you can just drag and drop it like I did. Once you click on the photo, you press edit, magic eraser, and you just adjust the brush size, erase, and then I'm gonna put my channel name on there instead, at Soma_Chaya. So now it looks like that's my plaque. It's not gonna look perfect. The goal is not to be like, oh my God, that looks so realistic. It's just like, that's more realistic than it saying BMW. That does nothing for me. I don't care about BMW. What I care about is my subscriber count, right? And my channel. So it doesn't need to look super great, super real, but just make it real enough for you. Seeing my name on top of that gold plaque does it for me. It's like, it feels like that's what mine will look like one day. So you can do that for anything. Let's say I wanted to put on here, my dream is to become a famous singer, to become a pop star, like probably like Taylor Swift. So I could grab a picture of Taylor Swift singing. So if I wanted to, let's say, edit my face to be on her body so it looks like it's personalized like we were talking about. So then find a picture of yourself that's kind of like a similar angle. So, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real enough for you so that you can envision yourself there. So kind of like that. So I can like see myself in front of the microphone, see myself with the fans in the background with their phone lights on in the distance. Like that to me is exactly what I envision for myself in becoming a pop star. And so this can kind of serve as like a mishmash of making it personal. How it's not meant to be perfect, but it's meant to just have everything together in the same photo. It has me plus the microphone plus the fans plus the guitar. Like those are the things together. It's not about it looking perfectly matched together. Oh my God, I want a cutesy apartment like this, private jets, more music and singing, so microphone, girlfriends laughing and having fun, lots of friendship, lots of girlhood. Other thing you can do if you're not really comfortable with photoshopping things to personalize it, you can find pictures that are more anonymous that feel like they could be from your POV or they could be of you. So an example would be if this edit is too much for you to do, you could easily just find a picture like this. It's an anonymous singer. Like that could be me. And this hand could also be my hand. Like it's not too far-fetched to think that that's a POV of me holding a mic before a show. This one doesn't even have anyone in it, so it's again another POV. These could be my girlfriends and I'm the one taking the picture, right? So you can also find things that are just a bit more anonymous and a bit more like you're able to insert yourself into them. They're a POV kind of picture. Like putting this on here to me doesn't symbolize, oh, I need to make more time to do face masks. No, I don't need to make more time. I will have the luxury of time. That is what I'm manifesting with that. This here isn't that, oh my God, I need to decorate my apartment to look just like this. It's not meant to give you anxiety. It's not meant to be a to-do list item. This to me symbolizes I want to always have a safe space where I feel comfortable. It's a space that reflects who I am. It's an extension of myself. And whatever it's decorated like, I want it to feel like home. So it's more the meaning behind it. Try to find photos that have that deeper meaning for you that aren't just pretty at face value. Maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger. Ah! It's literally perfect. It's so perfect. I'm like tearing up. It's so perfect. Okay, next you just want to export it. And you can just export it as a JPEG like that. And that's my old vision board. Put the new one here and you hit download. And then you just make it your screensaver on your phone. So if you stay to the end, I promised that I had a present for you, and I do. Down below in the description box, there is a link to this Canva page that I made. So the template is already set up for you. You just have to drag and drop your pictures and type out your quote or your mantra on into that middle place. Like you just customize it. You don't have to do any of the work, any of the hard work. I've already set up and arranged it so that this way when it is on your phone, it'll look like this. So my iPhone has the time, it has all of my widgets and my apps, and then the vision board starts down here. So it literally fits perfectly. And that's it. You don't have to do any of the hard work. I did it for you, so you're welcome. Now, these are some last little tidbits of success. One, make sure that you're always intentionally looking at your background. It's so easy to just pick up our phones, look at notifications, and just scroll. Make sure you are also intentionally looking at your vision board on your screensaver and you are making time to like look at each photo and think about it and let it excite you on a daily basis. Look at all of it. Make sure when you see the board, it excites you. If it doesn't excite you, change the pictures out, or maybe change what it is you're looking for. It's like the feeling you get when you're texting your crush should be the feeling you get when you look at your vision board. That's how much it should excite you. And so if it doesn't, that's probably your cue to dream bigger, to make your goals bigger. Clearly, they're not big enough to excite you. They're too small that it's not exciting you. So that usually means you just need to dream bigger. The bigger your dream, the more it will excite you. Next thing, obviously don't rush this. Set aside some actual time to do this. This may not be a quick process. This might take you some time. Like I said, when I had that conversation with ChatGPT about my goals and who I even am and why I'm on this planet, like it was a 2.5 hour conversation. First, I had to have that conversation with ChatGPT. Then I could make my vision board because I needed clarity on who am I? What do I want out of this life? What am I put here to do? So take your time with this. Make it so intentional because the more you learn about yourself, the more accurate your vision is. Again, the more powerful and more likely it is to come true. Be delusional about it, okay? Delulu is the salulu. Always, forever and always, okay? Be delusional about it. When you look at it and you look at these pictures on your screensaver, these are your future memories. Lock that into your brain right now. This is not a Pinterest board. This is not a fun little arts and craft project. This is your future memories, okay? Be delusional about it. When I look at my vision board, I'm looking at my future. I'm not looking at my maybe future. I am looking at my future. That's it. That's all that's going to happen to me. That's all I will ever believe will happen to me, because when you believe it is when you receive it. And lastly, always give gratitude for it. When you give gratitude for what you currently have and what you will have in the future, you're basically setting yourself on the highest frequency possible, and you attract the energy that you emit. Right? So if you're emitting energy of fear, lack, scarcity, desperation, that's what you're gonna attract. If you want to attract big things, you want to attract success, good things, the highest frequency you can operate on is the frequency of love and the frequency of gratitude. So whenever I look at my vision board, I get excited. I believe in it, and then I give thanks to not only the universe, to God, but also to myself. I thank my future self for not giving up. I thank my future self for allowing me to live my dream. I thank myself even today for believing in it. Just give gratitude, whoever you believe in, God, the universe, or even just yourself. Give gratitude for yourself for showing up, for putting in the work, for believing in yourself, and for even making this vision board in the first place, for taking your future and your dreams seriously. I also hug my inner child, like I thank my younger self because she would be so proud of me today. I'm gonna get so emotional talking about this, but just imagine how little you would feel about you after achieving this. That's little Soma's dream. Find your little you dream. When you were 5 years old, what would you have dreamed of happening in your life? That's usually what your dream should be. Whatever it is you dream of as a kid is like your most authentic self. And I give thanks to not only the universe, to God, but also to little Soma, because she's the one who's going to be proud in the end. I'm doing it for her too. Little Soma deserves to have her dreams come true. Little you deserves to have your dreams come true. You can't give up. Little you is counting on you. Little you deserves to see her dreams come true, his dreams come true. Little you deserves that. That's your little pep talk to not give up, because little you deserves it. Give gratitude to your younger self, to your present self, to your future self, and allow yourself to just be excited for the future. Okay, that is everything I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed this video, odds are you're probably going to enjoy the videos on my channel as well if you haven't already checked that out. I make everything to do with manifestation, self-development, self-love, and sometimes a little bit of magic. So if you're into that, make sure that you subscribe. If you made it to the end of this video, I would love for you to comment this secret emoji so I know that you're one of the real ones. I know that you're one of the ones who are actually going to take action. You are actually going to do what is in this video, and you're going to take control of your destiny. This emoji, when you comment it, is your manifesto to yourself that you are going to do this. You are going to set aside time and you are going to shape your destiny. You are going to make your dreams come true. Okay? Comment this. I'm going to hype you up because you deserve it. And I'm proud of you for putting yourself first, for putting your dreams first. I will hype you up. And I will see you in my next video.